Okay, think about your day for a second. Your headphones, they just connect. Your smartwatch talks to your phone, your car plays your music, and there's not a single wire anywhere. It really feels like magic, doesn't it? This invisible thread that just ties all of our modern tech together.
Right? It's like this invisible handshake happening all around us. So today, we are going to pull back the curtain on Bluetooth. We're going to get into the tiny radio waves, the clever security tricks, and yeah, even the totally surprising story about a Viking king that gave it its name. You ready to see how the magic really works? Let's do it!
So to start, what is Bluetooth when you strip everything else away? Let's just break it down to its most basic idea. It's all about tiny radios talking to each other.
At its core, Bluetooth is just a way for our gadgets to chat using radio waves. You can almost picture them as these tiny little walkie-talkies having a super private conversation. But instead of voices, they're zapping data back and forth. Your favorite song, the words you're typing, or the step count from your fitness tracker. Now you might be thinking, hey, wait a minute, isn't that basically what Wi-Fi does? And yeah, you're on the right track. They both use radio waves. But here is the key difference. Bluetooth is designed to be low power, and that's actually its superpower. Because it uses less power, it's perfect for connecting things that are close by. We're talking about 30 feet or 10 meters. And it's way more energy efficient, which is exactly why the tiny battery in your wireless earbuds can last for hours and hours.
Okay, so they're tiny radios. I get it. But we live in a world that is just flooded with devices. How in the world do your headphones connect to your phone and not, the phone of the person sitting next to you at the coffee shop? Well, that is where the secure connection, the digital handshake, comes into play.
So when you put a new device into pairing mode, it's basically shouting out to the world, hey, I'm over here, I'm ready to connect. Your phone, which is always kind of listening for these signals, hears that shout and says, gotcha, I see you, let's talk. And then they do this lightning-fast digital handshake where they exchange secret security codes. This creates a secure private link just for them. It's why after you pair something once, it just connects automatically from then on. They remember each other.
But what happens when things get crowded? You've got your headphones, your smartwatch, your speaker all going at once. Or you're in a busy airport with hundreds of signals flying around. How does it stop from becoming a total mess of digital noise? Well, the answer is pretty brilliant, and it's all about its anti-interference secret.
So first off, Bluetooth creates something called a PicoNet. Think of it as a tiny, exclusive network just for your stuff. One device, usually your phone, acts as the master device, kind of like the conductor of a tiny orchestra. And it can coordinate with up to 7 other slave devices, your headphones, your keyboard, your mouse, all at the same time. But that's only part of the story. The real genius behind Bluetooth stability, the thing that makes it so tough and reliable in a crowded space, is a technology called frequency hopping. Now, I know, it sounds super technical, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple, and honestly, it's amazing.
You see, Bluetooth doesn't just use one radio channel and stick with it. No, it has an entire playground of 79 different channels that it can use to talk.
And here's where it gets absolutely wild. It jumps between those 79 channels up to 1,600 times every single second. It's like your devices are playing this impossibly fast game of musical chairs with radio frequencies, never staying in one spot long enough for any interference to mess things up.
This constant, almost chaotic hopping is exactly what makes the connection so strong and stable. It just gracefully dodges any interference from things like your home Wi-Fi router or even your microwave oven. And, as a nice little bonus, it makes the connection way more secure. I mean, think about it. How could anyone listen in on a conversation that's jumping to a new spot 1,600 times a second? All right, so we've got the science, the secure handshake, and the mind-bendingly fast frequency hopping. But what about the name? Bluetooth? And that weird symbol? Well, this last piece of the puzzle comes from a very unexpected place. We're talking about the age of the Vikings. You're not going to believe this, but the technology is named after a 10th century Viking king, a guy named Harald Bluetooth Gormson. And he was famous for doing one really big thing. He united all the warring tribes of Denmark and Norway. He brought them all together. And the inventors of the technology saw this perfect metaphor. Their goal was to unite all the different competing communication standards into one universal one. And the symbol? That's a bind rune, a combination of the 2 ancient runes for his initials, H and B. How cool is that?
So the next time your headphones just instantly connect to your phone, you'll know exactly what's going on. It's not magic at all.
It's this incredible little orchestra of low-power radio waves, secure handshakes, and ridiculously fast frequency hopping, all named in honor of a Viking king who was great at bringing people together.
It's just amazing how much is happening behind the scenes for something we use every single day without even thinking about it. So I've got to ask you, what's the one Bluetooth device in your life that you absolutely could not live without? Drop it in the comments below. And hey, if you had fun geeking out on this with me, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the tech that runs our world. Thanks for hanging out.